Washington, President Trump on Wednesday defended his decision to fire James B. Comey, the FBI director, by accusing Democrats of hypocrisy for criticizing the dismissal of a law enforcement chief they too had assailed. The Democrats have said some of the worst things about James Comey, including the fact that he should be fired, but now they play so sad. Mr. Trump wrote in an early morning post on Twitter. Comey lost the confidence of almost everyone in Washington, Republican and Democrat alike, he added in another post shortly afterward. When things calm down, they will be thanking me. The tweets followed a similar one posted late Tuesday night specifically targeting Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, the Senate Democratic leader. Crying Chuck Schumer stated recently, "I do not have confidence in him, James Comey, any longer. Then acts so indignant. #drain swamp." Mr. Trump abruptly dismissed Mr. Comey on Tuesday, saying that the FBI director was not able to effectively lead the bureau. His Justice Department cited Mr. Comey's handling of last year's investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email server, but few Democrats believed that was a plausible reason given that Mr. Comey was also leading an FBI investigation into any contacts between associates of Mr. Trump and Russia. While he tried to attribute the decision to the Clinton case, Mr. Trump acted against Mr. Comey just a day after publicly asserting that the Russia investigation should be dropped, calling it a taxpayer-funded charade. Democrats said that despite their concerns about Mr. Comey's actions last year, the president's dismissal evoked the days of President Richard M. Nixon, who ordered the firing of the special prosecutor looking into the Watergate case. They called for the appointment of a special counsel to lead the Russia probe. Responding to Mr. Trump's tweets on Wednesday, Senator Richard Blumenthal, Democrat of Connecticut, said the president had preempted an inspector general probe of Mr. Comey's actions by firing him with a pretense that is laughable. "I disagreed with James Comey in some of the decisions, but I never advocated he be fired, especially before the inspector general report," Mr. Blumenthal said on CNN on Wednesday morning. "What we have now really is a looming constitutional crisis that is deadly serious because there is an investigation that is ongoing." The furor over the firing of Mr. Comey came even as Mr. Trump planned to meet at the White House on Wednesday morning with Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov of Russia. The timing of the high-level meeting between the president and a Russian official, coming just after the dismissal of the FBI director, only focused attention on questions about the Trump campaign's ties with Russia last year, when the Kremlin mounted what American intelligence agencies have said was an effort to tilt the election toward Mr. Trump. The timing of the high-level meeting between the president and a Russian official, coming just after the dismissal of the FBI director, only focused attention on questions about the Trump campaign's ties with Russia last year, when the Kremlin mounted what American intelligence agencies have said was an effort to tilt the election toward Mr. Trump. "This is a president who saw that the FBI director had lost the public confidence of Republicans and Democrats," Ms. Conway said. Seeking to justify his decision, Mr. Trump on Wednesday morning retweeted a link to an article listing what it called 10 major FBI scandals on Comey's watch. Mr. Trump promised to appoint a credible successor to Mr. Comey, but gave no indication of when he would do so or who it would be. Any nominee will require confirmation by the Senate, where Democrats have enough votes to filibuster. James Comey will be replaced by someone who will do a far better job, bringing back the spirit and prestige of the FBI, Mr. Trump wrote on Wednesday morning. President Trump wants an FBI director who is impartial, who's not politicized and who has the confidence and trust of the agency staff and Republicans and Democrats, Ms. Conway said. In defending his decision, Mr. Trump singled out Mr. Schumer, whom he called before announcing Mr. Comey's dismissal. At a news conference on Tuesday evening, Mr. Schumer said he told Mr. Trump that it would be a mistake to dismiss Mr. Comey at the moment when he was leading the Russia investigation. Responding to a reporter's question, Mr. Schumer made a distinction between his own previous criticism of Mr. Comey and Mr. Trump's decision to dismiss him now. "I never called on the president to fire Director Comey," Mr. Schumer said. "I have a lot of questions about how he handled himself. But the overwhelming question is this: if the administration had the same questions, the event occurred months ago, and they should have fired Comey on the day they came into office. All of them occurred before he came into office. So that does not seem to me to be a very logical or persuasive explanation.